Hello and welcome. I'm Amritanshu Rai and you're watching Laws in the Making on Raj Sabha TV. In this program, we bring to you legislation and bills tabled in Parliament which are laws in the making. Today, we bring to you the Dentist Amendment Bill 2017. The bill seeks to remove from the legal framework representation of such dentists who do not have technical qualification. Such registered dentists were allowed to be registered by government due to special reasons related to partition and the creation of Bangladesh. The bill also seeks to introduce a uniform entrance examination for all dental educational institutions. To discuss this issue, I have with me Dr. Janak Sabharwal, Executive Committee Member, Dental Council of India, and Dr. Ashu Gupta, Professor and Head of Department of Consevative Dentistry and Endodontics. But before we begin the discussion, let's have a look at what all is there in the bill. What would you feel if you were informed that the law still allows dentists with 5 years of experience and without any technical qualification to be part of the profession? Not just that, they have legal sanction and a quota in all government regulatory bodies for dentistry. Now the government plans to stop them from entering government regulatory body through its Dentist Amendment Bill 2017. As per the existing law, there are two types of dentists allowed to practice in the country. The first list is of the professionals who have a technical qualification in dentistry from a recognized dental college. The second list, which is referred to as Part B, consists of all such dentists who have a dental experience of 5 years but do not have a technical qualification. There are over 950 such registered dentists who belong to this list and who are practicing. The government stopped registering such dentists since 1972.
As per the existing law, Part B was given an option for the survival of the people during our Dentist Act is 1948. During the division of the country, lot of people are migrated from Pakistan, Bangladesh, Burma, Ceylon to India. So there are lot of applicants are there in medical also that we have worked. Somebody has said, I lost everything. I was a dental surgeon there. I don't have certificate and all that. Somebody is saying that I have worked for a long time in a dental clinic, more than 5 years, 10 years. So for my livelihood, please allow us. So considering that, Dental Council has given just for livelihood on that time to as a registration to practice dentistry in India. But they don't have any qualification, either licentiate or BDS or MDS, whatever may be, right? And this was continuously going on up to 1972.
According to the Dentist Amendment Bill 2017, Part B comprises of persons not holding such qualifications but is engaged in dentistry as principal means of livelihood for at least 5 years prior to commencement of the Act on March 29, 1948. Registration under Part B was permitted from a date prior to March 29, 1948. This category was meant for persons displaced during partition. Those displaced from Bangladesh since its formation in 1971 or repatriated from Burma or Ceylon after April 14, 1957 and before March 25, 1971. According to the government, no person has been registered under Part B after 1972. Through this bill, the government proposes to omit the provisions for nominating those registered under Part B to the Dental Council DCI, as well as for electing such people to State Dental Councils SDC and Joint State Dental Councils JSDC. Through this bill, the government proposes to omit the provision for nominating those registered under Part B to the Dental Council of India DCI, as well as for electing such people to State Dental Councils SDC and Joint State Dental Councils JSDC. As per the existing law, the central government has to nominate at least 2 members from Part B to the Dental Council of India DCI. The law also provides for the constitution of State Dental Council SDC with 4 members and Joint State Dental Councils JSDC with 2 members elected from among themselves by dentists registered in Part B of the State Register. Through the amendment to the Act, the government would take away the mandatory requirement of representation of Part B dentists in these councils.
Part B basically तब बना था अकॉर्डिंग टू डेंटिस्ट एक्ट 1948. तो उस वक्त जो डेंटिस्ट बनने के लिए किसी डेंटिस्ट के पास एक्सपीरियंस रहते थे या वहाँ काम करते थे, जैसे किसी का फादर हुआ या किसी के यहाँ काम कर रहे हैं, एक्सपीरियंस से वो पार्ट बी में रजिस्टर हो जाते थे. लेकिन पिछले 30 साल से अब दिल्ली में जहाँ तक मुझे याद है पार्ट बी की रजिस्ट्रेशन बंद हो चुकी है. ये गवर्नमेंट का इरादा सही है क्योंकि पार्ट बी में तो वो रजिस्टर्ड हुए थे बहुत साल पहले, आज 60-70 साल के वो हो गए होंगे और उनकी रिप्रेजेंटेशन का कोई इतना एडवांटेज है नहीं. बाकी स्टेटों के बारे में नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन दिल्ली स्टेट के बारे में मैं कह सकता हूँ कि अब ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा 15-20 पार्ट बी में रजिस्टर्ड हैं, वो काम कर रहे हैं.
The Dentist Amendment Bill 2017 was introduced by the Minister of Health and Family Welfare, J.P. Nadda, in Lok Sabha on December 18, 2017. The bill amends the Dentist Act 1948. The Act regulates the profession of dentistry and constitutes the Dental Council of India, State Dental Councils and Joint State Dental Councils. With Nishtha Malhotra, Amritanshu Rai, Raj Sabha TV. So the Dentist Act was first enacted in 1948 and the situations then were completely different and special mentions were made in that act. Subsequently, several upgradations have happened, several amendments have happened, and now we have another amendment actually providing for dilution of nomination of dentists from Part B. But before we go into the Part B side, let's try and understand what does the Dentist Act actually do? So what is the purpose of the Dentist Act?
It regulates the dentistry profession and education.
So profession, how does it regulate the profession and how does it regulate the education?
Education, it regulates by opening of the dental colleges, increase of seats, to allotment of PG seats and infrastructure and other things, faculty, etc.
So basically the degrees that are given out and the entire management of the education is with the Dental Council of India, which has been established through the Dentist Act 1948.
No, degree is given by the concerned university of that institute.
Recognized by?
Concerned university.
Concerned university.
Yeah.
So, on the professional side, what does the Dentist Act 1948 actually do as far as regulating the practice of dentists are concerned?
Basically, the Dentist Act, which was promulgated on 29th of March 1948, envisages a formulation of something called as Dental Council of India, which is supposed to regulate the profession of dentistry and to take care of dental health of the population of this country. Now, there are three aspects to it, as Dr. Sabharwal has just mentioned. The first aspect of it is to ensure that certain curriculums, certain syllabi are formulated in order to ensure which are going to be imparted in the dental institutions across the country. The second aspect of this is to register the candidates, all the dentists who pass out from various different colleges. They are registered by their respective state councils, and a central register in the Dental Council of India is maintained in order to find out how many number of dentists at a particular time are available in the country. And the third part of it is to ensure ethics, code of conduct, and to ensure that the people who are practicing the profession of dentistry are practicing it in a proper way, in a certain laid down norms. That is the whole issue, that's the whole thing which is covered by the Dental Council of India.
So it's the whole gamut of dentistry that is covered by the Dentist Act.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What is the, so it also sets up the Dental Council of India. What is the role of the Dental Council of India? What does Dental Council of India actually do?
Dental Council of India examines the dental institutes, whether their infrastructure, faculty, equipment, etc. and clinical material is there or not. And after that, we recommend to Government of India for their recognition and other things and renewal, etc.
So does the Dental Council of India also receive grants and money or some kind of a financial support from the government?
Yes, we get it from Ministry of Health.
You get it from.
Oh, yeah.
So what is the role of the Dental Council, sir? Dr. Sabharwal just mentioned that it includes actually going and assessing, verifying whether the infrastructure for the education of dentistry is in place or not. So that makes it the primary regulatory body.
Absolutely. That's the national primary regulatory
quality
body. Control
of education.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
quality, standard also.
Standardization, we make formulation, we make all the rules and regulations. We have 2 general body meetings of a Dental Council of India annually. In that, all the matters are discussed. Besides that, we have lots of executive committee meetings. There are various different subcommittees which are constituted by the Dental Council of India, which meets very often, frequently, to discuss various different issues which may affect the undergraduate studies or maybe it may affect the postgraduate studies.
So Part B, Dr. Sabharwal, is basically is part of the entire Act of 1948, and special provisions were made to get in people who had lost their certificate or qualifications and to allow them to be to practice here. But still you have, it's been 7 decades and you still have about 950 dentists practicing.
Part B.
So if you calculate backwards, the law says 5 years from 1948, so that takes it to 43. So essentially we are like 75 years from that date where the registration began.
Yeah.
And it continued till 1972.
Yeah.
So how many more years do you think we will continue to have in our system non-technically qualified, experience-based dentists registered in Part B?
No, we have already stopped from 1972 onwards. Only 950 Part B dentists are there, and they are more than the age of 70, 75.
And that is why the government wants to stop the nomination because it has become redundant.
Yeah, it is difficult for them to work
participate.
Also.
So what is the representation that the Dental Council of India has from experienced dentists of Part B?
Now, basically, Amritanshu, what happened was when we got independent, there were hardly any dental institutions which were imparting dental education to the people in the country. So that is why at that point of time, in order to take care of the dental health of the masses, these people who were by experience or by whichever means or ways they had learned by apprenticeship in working with different people, they were the people who were imparting dental education. And at that point of time, the need of hour was to
something is better than nothing.
Yeah, something is better than nothing. So that is why they were incorporated at that point of time. But as we grew up, now from that time, today we have 309 dental institutions which are imparting dental education across the country. So today the scenario is that we have 1.6 lakh students or people who are registered as dentists, who are already qualified dentists working in various parts, different states and different parts of the country.
They are in Part A.
So today the need, at that point of time, majority of people were for Part B. Today that level of Part B is just a minuscule part, which is, as Dr. Sabharwal pointed out, is 950 against more than 1.6 lakh people.
Yeah.
So the need to have representation, because at that point of time, government wanted to give an even representation to all parts. Now since the number has decreased, so that is what has probably led to the coming up of this amendment.
So the Dentist Act 1948 actually regulates the profession as well as the educational part of dentistry. It's a very, sets up a very important institution known as the Dental Council of India, also funds it, the Ministry of Health funds it, and they go on and make sure that the quality education is imparted to all the budding dentists. It's time for us to head into a break. When we come back, we will tell you about the changes in the regulatory framework for dentists. Welcome back. Kerala has the highest number of registered non-qualified dentists, followed by West Bengal, Jammu and Kashmir, Puducherry and Punjab. Delhi also has its share of registered non-qualified dentists. The Dentist Amendment Bill 2017 seeks to replace the Dentist Amendment Ordinance of 2016. The proposed law states that its provisions will come into force from May 24, 2016. It seeks to introduce a uniform entrance examination for all dental education institutions. This would be applicable at the undergraduate and the postgraduate level. The provisions will apply to state government seats in government and private dental colleges. The bill states that the entrance examination will be conducted in Hindi, English and other languages.
We needed to create Part B, but now after 72 there has been no registration in Part B. So naturally the whole stream has withered now. So therefore there is no point keeping this Part B. And it's very interesting to add that in Dental Council of India there used to be 4 posts for Part B dentists registered, but now there is only one person who is representing. So, if there is demand and supply, if there is no supply, what's the point? Naturally government has taken the right act.
There are 1.6 lakh dentists with technical qualification as per law registered under Part A of the Dentist Law. There are over 950 registered non-qualified dentists under Part B of the law. Kerala has 334, the highest number of non-qualified dentists registered under Part B, followed by West Bengal, which has 322 such dentists. Jammu and Kashmir has 98 non-qualified dentists, Puducherry has 64 such dentists, and Delhi has 24 registered non-qualified dentists. These dentists till now have the right to be nominated to all government regulatory bodies meant for dentists.
We have a 2 Part B member as a Part B, but only 1 Part B member is there.
The bill provides powers to the Dental Council of India to frame regulations with regard to the authority designated with the conduct of the exams, the manner of conducting the exams, regulate dental education and to provide grant. It is empowered to register dental degree holders and monitor dental practice. With Nishta Malhotra, Amritanshu Rai, Raj Sabha TV. So the Dental Council of India clearly states the number of members and the quota that it will have as far as members who come together and constitute the the Dentist Council of India. But there are no qualifications prescribed, specific qualifications prescribed for the members. Dr. Sabharwal, you just saying that, so there are 2 basic qualifications for dentistry. One is the Bachelor for Dentistry and you have the Masters for Dentistry.
Master for Dentistry.
But there is no qualification, and that's why, and also since there is no specific mention of the kind of experience and the qualification required, the Dental Council has several people who are not as experienced and cannot value add to the growth of the entire sector.
Profession.
Yeah. So what is your suggestion? How should it be tackled?
I think we still require, regarding the amendment in the membership also, the qualification of the member to regulate the MDS qualification should be MDS only.
So what is the status now? I mean, what is the condition?
Now it is mixed. Part B people are also there, BDS are also there, and with less experienced people are also there. So people should be well experienced
to regulate
the
master's degree.
Master degree.
So is it, what you're trying to say is that the people who are there responsible for regulating and maintaining quality education do not have a master's degree and the required experience. And they are people who, I mean, among the experienced and the people who have master's degree, there are also people who have bachelor's degree, which is there, and inexperienced people who have come together to make Dental Council of India. Is that what you're trying to say? So would you like to add to that?
No, I would just suggest, like what Dr. Sabharwal is trying to say is that in order to understand the intricacies of a what a person goes through during the post-graduation. A postgraduate is better equipped to understand those intricacies and hence is able to give better, more valuable suggestions, probably. For the, as far as the constitution, the purpose for which the Dental Council of India, as its various constituents from 3A to 3G, was that all kinds of people should get representation and there should be a holistic approach towards making formulation. So that is why in 3A, there are people who are elected from the state councils and one member from each state comes from that. Whereas in 3B, as we were talking about, the Government of India, the Director General of Health Services is there. Same way in 3D, there is each university which is imparting dental education. One member is elected from the faculty members of the concerned university. 3E is a government, state government nomination. And then 3F is probably what you are referring to, which is the moot question as of we are talking now. That is Government of India nomination, out of which there are 6 members which are nominated by Government of India and 4 are from Part A, whereas the remaining 2 till now were from Part B.
Yeah.
So, and then the 3G is Director General, I think probably of
ex-officio.
Ex-officio member.
So, Dr. Ashu, I wanted to understand.
Yeah.
So, as far as the qualification is concerned, it's an important role assigned to Dental Council of India.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And what Dr. Sabharwal has just said, that you need to really specify the experience level of the members who are going to be nominated by the government.
Okay.
Right? How can you do that? How can you bring about this change? Can the Dental Council on its own amend its own constitution?
No.
What is the way forward?
See, Dental Council is constituted as per the Act. It is only the Parliament which has the power to make any amendment in the Act. The Dental Council by itself cannot make any amendment. It can just propose. It can suggest, which has to be taken up by the Parliament, by the government, through the Ministry of Health.
So, has there been any proposal or recommendation of this kind by the Dental Council? You are a member there.
No,
so,
there is a subcommittee now. We are already doing work on this by subcommittee for amendment. What all is required?
So is this going to be part of one of the proposals that you plan to recommend to the government to amend?
Yeah.
Also, sir, the role of the council,
right,
and the state council and the JSDCs.
Right.
If you can just briefly explain to me, Dental Council of India, we've understood.
Yeah.
What does the State Council do?
Now,
it is the state level body of the Dental Council of India.
It's a, yeah, exactly. You can say that basically, you see, the Dentist Act has articles from Article 1 to maybe somewhere up to Article 57, 54 or something like that. Out of which the first 20 articles, they cover the duties, responsibilities, constitution, the preamble and all those aspects of the Dental Council of India. From 21, article number 21 or section number 21 to further, that covers the state councils. Now the problem is Dental Council sitting over here in Delhi cannot control everything in the states. So in order to facilitate registration at state level, the state councils were constituted. They have their own rules and regulations which are formed under the aspects of the Dentist Act only.
Okay.
As it is the Dentist Act is an overriding act which will control everything.
Umbrella Act.
Yeah, that's an umbrella.
JSDC, what is the role of the Joint State Dental Council? JSDC.
Joint State Dental Councils are also looking after the state chapters only.
Basically,
so what is the difference
state
between
matters
the two?
for the
joint
registration
state dental
and all.
councils are those places where, supposing they don't have at that point of time when they were formulated, single state was not having adequate manpower, adequate members, so two states could club together and make one council.
One council.
So what was there that like we have 4 members, even in the state dental council, the constitution of the state dental council is basically all the principals of the institutions which are imparting dental education in the state, they are ex officio member. There are 4 members from Part A, there are 4 members from Part B, there are 3 state government nominees and 1 ex officio director health services. This is basic constitution of the state dental council. So in the joint state dental council, what happens is two members instead of four members are representing particular state, like two
Okay.
from adjoining states or whatever ways they may work out the combination.
Jointly, they are forming the council. and
Jointly,
working.
they are forming. So two states come together and
Yeah,
form a council,
yeah,
and that is how it works.
And then they start registering the candidates, and there's a whole process which is mentioned in the Dentist Act, that how the notification will be carried out. The first person who will become the registrar will be the government nominee, and then after 4 years, they will have to conduct an elections in order to make the president of the state council and the vice president of the state council, so forth and so on.
So roughly, this is what the regulatory framework for
Framework is.
dentistry is. So
Actually.
it basically has a joint state dental council, the state dental council, and the dental council of India. These
Yeah.
are the three main regulatory
Dental Council of India is the main body
umbrella
which
body.
regulates, which regulates everything.
And they put together, form the dentist regulatory framework.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there are, just trying to sum up what the points that I picked up. So 1.6 dentists are there practicing as registered and practicing in India as of now. But when the act was made in 1948, that time India did not have enough dentists, and that is why Part B was created, to allow whoever had the talent or the experience to conduct dentistry.
Yeah, people who are practicing dentistry as their livelihood.
and
as a
that
source.
Yeah.
and that actually continued till 1972.
Absolutely.
And now that India has a booming sector, so the Part B is not really required, and that is what this bill does.
Absolutely.
Dilutes the nomination of members from Part B who were holding the front in the initial stages, will now lose their right to be nominated on dental councils. Right?
Right, absolutely.
Thank you, sir, for joining us on this discussion. It is time for us to end the show. You can watch our shows on the RSTV page of YouTube. We'll be back with a new issue and a new episode. Keep watching Raj Sabha TV.